Hello, welcome to Non-Inkables. There are so many new cards. And so this is my update number 2. Same thing as last time. It will be by franchise. And then we'll also talk a little bit about the cards that were released last time, just as review, because I feel like it's good to see them twice. So we talked about this Aladdin card last time, Brave Rescuer. The art is still amazing. I love the elephant. There was this Raja card, and then they released this Jasmine card, Jasmine Guerra del Deserto. Of course, I think there's so many different creators who are getting to reveal these cards, which is pretty cool. So this one is called Jasmine Desert Warrior. She is a 5-cost, not inkable card, 3/3, Dreamborn Hero Princess, and she has the ability Smart Maneuver. When you play this card, and each time she is challenged, each opponent chooses and discards a card. So this is kind of like a better Friar Tuck. So like when you play her, they discard a card, and every time she's challenged, you discard a card. So like Flynn Rider plus a better Friar Tuck. So I'm very much looking forward to playing this in a discard deck. And then in the Aladdin franchise, they also released this Aladdin card. Of course, also, I think a lot of the cards are getting released by either German or Italian creators. So this is Aladdin Determined Swordsman. He is a 1-drop inkable card. Hero Storyborn. He is 1/3 vanilla card. So how about his flavor text is, how about we get straight to the part where I leave quickly and you scream after me? No, I can't say I didn't give you a chance. So kind of like when he's running away from the guards, maybe. So he's kind of like, I guess, Olaf or a mini, where he's a 1/3 and a 1-drop. So that is it so far for the Aladdin cards. Beauty and the Beast. Last time we talked about this item, Mystic Rose, and there was also the song, the Mob song, which was a sing together song. Since then, they've released 2 new Belle cards. There's this one, which this is the best picture I got. And it is Belle Untrained Mystic. It is a 3-drop inkable card. A Dreamborn Hero Princess, and she has 3 willpower, 3 strength. She quests for 1, and her special ability is Here, I'll Do It. When you play this character, move 1 damage counter from chosen character to opposing character. So I think that's kind of like bestow a gift. And then her flavor text says, no matter what she tried, Belle couldn't fully heal Beast's wound. So kind of sad. She wasn't powerful enough to heal him. And then there's also this card, which is Belle Accomplished Mystic. It's like that one, but with more training. And she is a 5-cost inkable card, 4/4 strength, quest for 2 in Amethyst. She's a Floodborn, a hero, a princess, and a sorcerer. And is a shift 3 character. And she has enhanced healing. When you play this character, move up to 3 damage counters from chosen character to chosen opposing character. And the flavor text says, the mixed ink had changed more than just the rose. So it seems like the mixed ink maybe changed Belle. Yeah, and I'm definitely getting that kind of like story where like first she was the untrained mystic and couldn't save the beast, and so that made her do more training, and now she's like this super powerful sorcerer, but you know, maybe too late to save the beast. And her ability kind of reminds me of Rapunzel, but instead of healing, she can actually move the damage, so like way more powerful than Rapunzel was. And the art on this is amazing. It's so cool. And she's got like swirling flower petals, which reminds me of the Bankai from Bleach of I don't remember which number captain, maybe 11? The one that's Rukia's older brother, but also like Rukia looks like his ex-wife. I don't know, it's complicated, but he has one where he has like sakura petals that fly around, and it kind of gives me those vibes. We're on to classic Disney. So we saw this Daisy Duck card already. Lovely Lady. Oh, there was also a Goofy card, which we already saw. Since then, they released a Goofy Musketeer Swordsman. So 4 cost, not inkable, 3/4, quest for 2, Amethyst, Dreamborn Hero, Musketeer. So more Musketeer characters, which is fun. And his ability is basically, oh gosh, I think this is translated. Whenever you play a character with Bodyguard, ready this character. He can't quest for the rest of this turn. So I guess you could have this card and he could maybe quest and you play a Bodyguard character and he could ready and then like attack, which is cool. I do like his double sabers. I like that the guard on it kind of looks like a flower or actually kind of looks like a croissant. Maybe I'm just hungry. But I think the art on this is pretty simple. Kind of like those old animated films. Definitely not like 3D stuff, computer, whatever stuff. They also released a Minnie Mouse Musketeer, and she looks very cool. She's giving me Tokyo Disney vibes, and not sure why. She is a 5 cost, not inkable card, Musketeer Champion, Minnie Mouse, 1/5. She is a Dreamborn Hero Musketeer. She has Bodyguard. She quests for 2. She also has Dramatic Entrance. When you play this character, banish chosen opposing character with 5 attack or more, so that, or 5 strength or more. Her power is like this song World's Greatest Criminal Mind, which lets you banish a chosen character with 5 strength or more, and that is a 3 cost Amethyst action song. So she basically has that built in. I love the art on this. I could see this maybe being an enchanted card because it's Minnie. I do like how the light is kind of behind her and yet she's kind of lit from below. I guess lit from above in her hat's making the shadow on her eyes. But looks very cool. There was also this Donald Duck Buccaneer card. So kind of like the Musketeer, but evil. So 4 cost inkable card, Donald Duck Buccaneer. He has 3 strength, 4 willpower, and quests for 1. He is a Dreamborn Hero, Pirate, and Captain. And he has the power boarding party. During your turn, whenever this character banishes a character in a challenge, your other characters get 1 lore this turn. And his flavor text is, nobody stands a chance against the daring duck of the high seas. I would do a Donald Duck impression, but I cannot. And he is a legendary card. So that looks pretty fun, especially for like those pirate decks. Usually ruby steel right now. And I don't know what's on his feet. Are those bandages? What is happening? Why is he have bandages on his feet? And as always, Donald Duck, much like Winnie the Pooh, pantsless. Next in Encanto, there was a ton of cards for Encanto last time. So the new one is Alma, and I always forget that her name is Alma. Alma Madrigal, matriarch of the family. She is a madrigal, a mentor, and storyborn. Her ability is all at the table. When you play this character, look at your deck. You may reveal a magical character card, shuffle your deck, and put that card on the top of your deck. So essentially, you can look through your whole deck, find the madrigal that you want, and then put that on the top. So the next time you draw a card, that is the card you're going to get. She's wearing her classic maroon outfit, and I think in the movie they say that like the bottom of her dress has mountains on it because those are the mountains that are surrounding the Encanto. And in this one, all of the doors are the same. They don't have like that. So I think this is after her and Mirabel make up and rebuild the casita because there's like the golden butterflies everywhere, and also because the doors are all the same. And then just as review, last time we looked at Felix Madrigal, we looked at Julieta, Mirabel. There was a new Mirabel Madrigal card. So this is the one we looked at last time that they revealed during the Lorecast. This is the new one. I was trying to see if it was the same artist. It's not. Mirabel Madrigal Prophecy Finder. So a 2 inkable card, 2/2, quest for 1, and she is support. And then her flavor text says, why would Bruno break this prophecy? Could it be something dangerous? We have to find out. So in the movie, she goes to Bruno's room and she finds the prophecy in the sand. She collects all the pieces and then she puts it together, and it's a prophecy about her, and it shows Casita. It's like one of those pictures where when you turn it, it shows two different pictures. So one of them shows Casita whole, and one of them shows Casita being destroyed and falling apart with all the cracks. So that, I think this is the same picture, but it's kind of hard to tell. And then also, last time we look at this family, this new card, Miracle Candle. So 2-drop inkable card. It's an item. It's Abuela's Gift. So banish this item. If you have 3 or more characters in play, gain 2 lore and remove up to 2 damage from chosen location. So kind of like, I guess, Wildcat's Wrench, where you can repair a location, which makes sense because in the movie they repair the Casita, and then you gain 2 lore, but you have to have 3 or more characters in play. So I feel like this one, you'd have to have a deck that goes wide, essentially, where maybe like a hyper aggro deck where you have a bunch of characters. So I could see that in like maybe, I think Amber Amethyst tends to be pretty aggressive and wide. And so you could play all your little characters and then banish this. We looked at this Bruno Return Action, Camilo Madrigal, Casa Madrigal, Peppa, and that is it for Frozen. Last time we looked at this card, Lost in the Woods. There's this Elsa card, so Elsa Storm Chaser. So she is a Storyborn Hero Queen Sorcerer, 3 cost, not inkable, 1 strength, 4 willpower, request for 1, an Amethyst, and she has Tempest. So every turn you can exert her, and chosen character gains Challenger +2 and Rush this turn. So kind of like a little mini crab plus, what is that card that lets them rush? Cut to the Chase. So that's pretty cool. And she's moderately strong. Like she's a 1/4, so she's not a great challenger. I guess she could give challenger to herself, except it wouldn't work because if you exert her, she can't challenge. So never mind. So she's kind of like a support-ish character, I suppose, in a different sense. The art on this looks very cool. It's giving me, it looks like she's fighting Ursula's tendrils of darkness, and she's trying to freeze those. But this picture, for some reason, maybe it's the pose, but it's giving me like real Frozone vibes from Incredibles. There's a new Marshmallow card, which is a 3 cost, not inkable, 0/3, quest for 1, terrifying snowman. He's a Storyborn ally, and he has the power Behemoth. This character gets +1 attack for each card in your hand. So he is similar to Jafar, Keeper of Secrets, which is also Amethyst. And then his flavor test is, you're very strong. Do you work out? By Olaf. There's this Anna card, which I believe we talked about last time. Hans, Olaf, the carrot enthusiast. He's so cute. Field of Ice is a new card, so 3 cost inkable. It is an item, so Icy Defense. Whenever you play a character, they gain resist +1 until the start of your next turn. I'm not sure when this would come in handy, because when you play a character, unless they have Rush, which I suppose they could have if you combo this with that Elsa card we just looked at. If they have Rush, they don't need the resist because they're not gonna get attacked unless by, I guess, a song, like Steel Song could attack them, or like Baboom, something like that. It might protect them from that. But otherwise, I don't see how this is that helpful. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. And then I actually missed this card last time. Anna, True-Hearted. She has Strength 2, Willpower 4, and she quests for 2. Sorry that this is like a partial picture. And she has a special ability, Let Me Help You. Whenever this character quests, your other hero characters get +1 lore this turn. So super good for a hero deck. And her flavor text is, make sure you know what's truly important, willing to fight for it. And her outfit is amazing. This is like such a cosplayable, awesome armor outfit. I feel like there's so many cool armored princesses in this set. So one of the new cards in Hercules is Hades, who is one of my favorite characters. So this card is Hades, one of my favorite characters. He's so sassy. So he is a 4-cost inkable card with 3 strength, 3 willpower, an emerald, and he quests for 1 lore. And he has Down to Business. Banish one of your other characters. Play a character with the same name as the banished character for free. So that's kind of cool. He's a legendary card. I hope they make this into a enchanted card. I feel like it has enchanted vibes. And if you look at the girls, there's 2 girls, one on each side of him. They're both Megara, which is a little confusing. But essentially, when Megara dies, her soul goes to the underworld, and she goes into this like swirling thing of souls. And then Hercules basically dives in and saves her. And he doesn't have any superpowers or like godly powers before this, because he had made a deal with Hades that he would give up his godly powers so that he wouldn't be able to stop Hades in his plan to overtake Olympus. But then the deal was that if Megara got hurt, then he would get his powers back. And then because Meg got hurt and died because she saved Hercules from like a falling pillar, then he gained his powers back. Like his super strength and whatever. And so then he could lift the pillar off of her, and then he rushed to the underworld on Pegasus. And then when he dives in to save her, it like immediately starts to age him, and his body kind of like withers. But because he's doing a heroic act, he finally gains immortality and becomes a god. And so he doesn't die, and he saves Meg, and then he punches Hades in the face, and Hades like, will you put in a good word with your dad for me? And he just goes, punches him in the face. Speaking of Pegasus, we had this super cute card last time, which I was like, I think this is a shift target. And guess what? It was. So this Pegasus all grown up, looking all fancy with his own armor, is a 5-cost inkable card, 3/3, quest for 2. He's shift 3. He's also evasive, and he has hop on. He's a Floodborn ally, and his ability is hop on. When you play this character, if you use shift to play him, your characters gain evasive until the start of your next turn. So for a full turn, all of your characters are evasive. So that includes when it's your opponent's turn. So because it's the start of your next turn. So like better than like, there's a couple characters that have evasive just during your turn. So this is better. I love this art. I love his armor. He still looks a little goofy. I like that his hind legs and his tail are like almost out of focus, probably because of the wind and he's going so fast. The background is a little like meh. There's not a ton going on. And I feel like Pegasus is white and the background is white, so it's a little like not very contrasty, but it's a Pegasus card. I'm not going to complain about that. Other cards we looked at last time, we looked at the Muses, and we looked at this Hercules Clumsy Kid. There was also this Hercules Beloved Hero, super strong card. So 6-cost inkable card, strength is 6, willpower is 5. So similar stats to Hercules Divine Hero, except that one, instead of being 5, it's 3 willpower, but it has resist 2. This one has resist 1, so I think better actually. And it quests for 2, and it has bodyguard. And this Herc is like classic Herc in the movies when he's an action figure. I think this is the pose. This is almost the pose he does when he's an action figure, except he has both arms up. And then I think in his action figure, if you squeeze it, it like pumps up the biceps, which is hilarious. There was also a Phil card released. So Phil, voiced by Danny DeVito, and if they make a live action, I want Danny DeVito to play him. 4-cost inkable card, Philoctetes, no-nonsense instructor. He is a satyr. He's a 2 strength, 3 willpower, Storyborn ally, quest for 2. And he's got, you got to stay focused, which he says a lot because Hercules keeps getting distracted by Meg. And he's always like, don't get distracted by her googly eyes. So you got to stay focused. Your hero characters gain Challenger +1. And then he also has Shameless Promoter. Whenever you play a hero character, gain 1 lore. So I'm definitely seeing this card with that Anna card and that complete hero deck. Because you put Phil out there, maybe you don't even quest with him and you just do stuff with the heroes and hopefully he survives. And then they also released a location in steel. It is Thebes, the big olive. And so in the movie, Thebes is where Hercules goes to try to prove himself a god, because Thebes is full of problems. And so this is a 2-cost inkable card. It costs 1 to move characters there and has 7 willpower, so moderately strong. If you can make it here. So that's in reference to, like, in the movie, it's like, if you can make it in Thebes, you can make it anywhere. During your turn, whenever a character banishes another character in a challenge, while here, gain 2 lore. And if you look at the art, there is like a giant in the background just chucking something. You see Pegasus right up here flying around, and all the people just running away. Is that a camel? I think that's a camel. And then the beautiful, I think it's Parthenon, but it may just be a Greek building. They all look like that. Look at this guy. He's wearing like shorts. So onwards to Lilo and Stitch. Last time we looked at this card, record player item. And then since then they've released this card, which is Stitch as a ballerina. He's so cute. I think the actual translation is alien dancer, which makes sense because I think he is actually just doing hula based on, you know, the hula skirt and the little arm bracelets and anklets and stuff. So he is a 2-cost inkable card, 2/3 strength and willpower. Amber card. He is a Storyborn alien hero, and he is a vanilla card. He quests for 1. And his flavor text says, moving to the beat of the music, he begins to understand the true meaning of Ohana and his place in the family he has found. Ohana means family. And I think these little circle things are maybe fireflies, or they could be like, I don't know, alien things. For some reason, the art on this makes me think this would have been a picture I would have drawn in art class as a kid. I don't know why. I got those vibes from it. Okay, moving on to Mulan. Last time we looked at Cricky, we looked at Fa Zhou, we looked at Khan, Li Shang, the hottest, Mulan, Imperial Proclamation, and this time they added medallion weights item card, 2-cost inkable card. So in the movie, they are tasked with climbing this like super tall pole, but they have to do it with the weights attached to their arms. And Shang says that the weights represent discipline and strength. And then everyone who tries to climb up just slides down. And then Mulan figures out that to climb it, you have to like swing the weights around the pole, and then they like wrap together, and that holds, and then you use that as like a rope, essentially like a loop, to help pull you up. So then you can just move the loop up and then climb up with your feet, move the loop up kind of thing. You know, work smarter, not harder. And so it makes sense. It's called Discipline and Strength. So you can exert this card, pay 2 ink, and then chosen character gets +2 attack, +2 strength this turn. Whenever they challenge another character during this turn, you may draw a card. So this is both a draw engine and a make your character stronger. So yeah, the cards in this set are so powerful. I don't see how we're not just going to all use mostly set 4 cards. Another new card is this Great Stone Dragon. So 3-cost inkable card item. It is Asleep. So this item enters play exerted, and then to awaken it, you can exert this card, put a character card from your discard into your inkwell face down and exerted. So this card readies at the beginning of your turn, essentially. So when you play it, you can't use it immediately. And then the next turn, it readies, and then you can exert it to put a character card from your discard into your inkwell. So I think I like this because usually when you put a card into your inkwell, either has to come from your hand or from the deck. And I feel like that, especially when you're playing games that are really long, which happens, I think, in Sapphire, you can run out of cards. But this, you're just using discard cards, so it doesn't affect like what's left in your deck or your hand. In the movie, Mushu is tasked with waking up the stone dragon, and he has like his gong, and he is banging his gong around trying to wake it up, and then gets frustrated and he hits it with the gong, and then the head breaks off, and then Mushu basically impersonates the Great Stone Dragon, just holds the head up and it's like, I'm the Great Stone Dragon, which is hilarious, which the ancestors fall for. We also looked at this Chi-Fu card last time, Chen Po, my fave, Ling, The Wall, and of course this awesome Mulan card with triple shot. Onwards to Peter Pan, we looked at the song A Pirate's Life. Second star to the right, another song where you sing together. There was also TikTok, the crocodile or alligator. I think I decided on crocodile. Pursuing Hook, and then there's a new Peter Pan card. First of all, the art on this is like, it's just so bright and light, and I feel like different from every other Peter Pan card we've seen so far. The background for some reason reminds me a little bit of like the background in Hakuna Matata. Like that whole song has that like very oasis-y jungle happy vibe. So Peter Pan Shadow Finder, he's a Storyborn hero, 3 cost, not inkable card, 2 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 1. He has Rush. He's also evasive. And then his ability Fly, of course. Your other characters with evasive gain Rush. I think evasive characters mostly exist in Ruby and Emerald, I want to say. And so maybe an Emerald Amethyst deck or Ruby Amethyst. This one would fit in. Next, we go to Raya, which got a bunch of new cards. So last time we looked at this Sisu card. There's also this Dong Hu Talon Chief card. So she's the chief of the Kumadra. 5 cost inkable card, 3 strength, 5 willpower. Storyborn villain, quest for 2. And she says, your other villain characters gain support. Whenever they quest, you may add their attack to chosen characters. Attack this turn. I need to stop calling it attack. Strength. And her flavor text is, you can find villainy in the most unexpected places. It's interesting that her outfit is just, it makes her look like she should be part of Amethyst based on the colors. This is, Raya's a movie I haven't seen yet. And it's so funny because I was talking about it with my sister-in-law before the movie came out, and I was like, oh, we should definitely watch it and support like Asian actors and stuff. And then she watched it because I said that, and then I didn't watch it. I think for me, it's hard for me to watch new movies. I like just watch the same ones over and over. I get stressed out, and in movies that I've already seen, I know what happens. And even sometimes those movies, I skip the parts I don't like. All right, we also got this new Raya card, which looks pretty awesome. So this new Raya card, it is called Raya, Guardian of the Dragon Gem. 4 cost inkable card, 3 strength, 3 willpower in Ruby. And she quests for 2. She is a Storyborn hero princess. And her card text is, when you play this character, ready chosen character of yours in a location. They can't quest for the rest of this turn. And the flavor text is, there are too many for me, but not for us. I feel like all the Raya cards have been kind of lackluster, TBH. And then in the background, I do like the art on her. I think she looks very cool. I like her hair. So in the background of this card is Namaari, which you can tell because of her haircut. It's undercut, and also she's wearing the same shirt as in this new Namaari card. So Namaari, Heir of Fang, 3 cost, not inkable, 2/3. Storyborn villain princess. She has 2 weapon fighting. During your turn, whenever this character deals damage to another character in challenge, you may deal the same amount of damage to another chosen character. So essentially, she can attack 2 characters at once. So this is kind of like Giant Tinkerbell, because she also does that, and she quests for 1. I feel like the Raya cards are just sound like they're going to be really good, and then they're like really weak and unusable. Okay, there's also this new Benja card, 4 cost inkable, 5/3, so pretty strong attack, quest for 1, and his flavor text is, we must work together to heal the entangled. And then there was also this new Raya card. This is the person who revealed it, so this is the only version I think I've seen. So it is a 3 cost inkable card, 3 strength, 3 willpower. She's a Storyborn hero princess. She quests for 1, and she has Don't Cross Me. Whenever this character challenges another character, gain 1 lore for each other damaged character you have in play. So very situational. You have to have lots of injured characters, I guess, that are just injured and not banished. Sleeping Beauty, last time we got this Diablo card, and then this song, Seldom All They Seem, and then we got an Aurora card. The art on this Aurora card looks pretty awesome. It kind of looks like Aurora Dreaming Guardian. This is Aurora Guardian of Lore. It is a 4-cost inkable card, 3 strength, 3 willpower, and quests for 2. And she is a Floodborn hero princess. And she can be shifted, so shift 2. And one ability is Keeper. Opponents can't choose your items, so she protects all your items. And she also has Royal Assortment. So exert one of your items, look at the top card of your deck. Put it on either the top or bottom of your deck. So very much like Ursula's Cauldron. And then there was also this new Prince Philip card. So Prince Philip, Warden of the Woods, 4-cost not inkable, 3 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 2. He is a Dreamborn hero prince and has Shining Beacon. Your other hero characters gain ward. So also hero deck kind of guy. And his flavor text is, he stands ready to protect his friends from any threat. So this is pretty cool. I like the shadows that he's fighting. They look monstrous. We looked at this singing Little Mermaid. We looked at Ursula, Eric's Bride. Sign the Scroll. There is a new location, so it's called Atlantica Concert Hall. So 1-cost inkable card, costs 2 to move there, and is 6 strength. Power is Underwater Acoustics. Characters count as having +2 cost to sing songs while here. So I think because of the acoustics, everyone becomes a singer while here. So that's pretty cool. It is in a deck where everyone is already a singer. Well, a lot of the cards, but I suppose you could put a 1-cost Cinderella here and she could sing A Whole New World. So that's kind of cool. I can see this becoming very powerful. And then they released these new Flotsam Jetsam ones that are called Ursula's Baby. So the first one, Flotsam Ursula's Baby, 3-cost non-inkable card, 4 strength, 2 willpower. Quest for 1, he is a Dreamborn ally. He has Quick Escape. When this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand. So kind of like that Hey Hey card. And also Ominous Pair. Your character's name Jetsam gain. When this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand. So it makes all your Jetsams also bounceable, basically, when they get banished, which is pretty cool. And then there was also this Jetsam Ursula's Baby card, 3-cost inkable, 2 strength, 4 willpower, so kind of like the opposite of Flotsam. He is a Dreamborn ally and has Challenger +2, and he also has Ominous Pair. Your character's name Flotsam gain Challenger +2. And then last time we also looked at this combo Flotsam Jetsam card. We looked at Ursula Sea Queen Witch. This is a new card. This is a song called Poor Unfortunate Souls. 2-cost inkable card in Amethyst. And it is return chosen character, object, or location. I'm guessing item. Return chosen character, item, or location with cost 2 ink or less to their player's hand. And the flavor text is, you know why. So that is kind of awesome. So it's like a Kick Cloud Kicker, but for locations and items. I don't know if that's that helpful for locations and items because, well, I guess if they paid like a bunch to move people there and then you like bounce it, that's pretty rough. But I feel like all the good locations where you would actually want to move people are kind of expensive, except for maybe like the Bayou. It's pretty cheap. All right, so that is one. We also looked at last time Triton's Trident, Ursula's Lair, Under the Sea, Signed Contract, Ursula's Garden. This is a new character, so Ariel Treasure Collector, and she has that cool Inkcaster scepter thing that we saw in the Treasures Untold picture. So this one, and we were like, what is that? Is that Jafar staff? It's this. Although this looks very much less 3D than the one in here. This one looks like a snake, and this one, it looks like a loop thing. So Ariel, Treasure Collector, 6 cost, not inkable card. So 3 strength, 4 willpower, but quest for 3. And her power is the girl who has everything. While you have more items in play than each opponent, this character gets +2 lore. So if you're playing like a Sapphire something deck, and you got a bunch of items because you're going to play Tamatoa, you could also play this Ariel and Lucky Dime her for 5. You got 2 Lucky Dimes, she quests, you're done. That's it. Game over. And she is accompanied by Flounder, who looks very scared of the staff. I think Ariel looks a little crazy in this one. Very excited. A little crazy. Last time we also talked about this Shark Tail version of Flounder. There's a new Scuttle card. So Scuttle, 2 cost inkable card, expert on humans. He is a 1/3 Storyborn ally, quest for 1. His power is Let Me See. When you play this character, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal an item card and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. And his flavor text is, wow, this is special. This is very, very unusual. So this card is kind of like Gaston, I guess, but for items. And I'm not sure what is attached to his hand here. It looks like some sort of fish thing. He has an hourglass and a pearl necklace. And then, of course, we looked at Treasures Untold last time. There's also this new card, Ariel's Grotto, which is a place at Tokyo Disney. And it's like this indoor playground. It has like a playground for little kids with like padding and stuff. And then it has like this little area where there's a bunch of different fountains that spray water in different directions, like that are timed. And so you have to like run through them. And then it has like a bunch of like more like little kid rides. And there's also like a restaurant down there. And I remember we got these ice cream sandwiches that were shaped like seashells. And it's one of the few places in Tokyo Disney that is air conditioned. So also real good for that if you go during a hot time. Okay, so Ariel's Grotto is a 2 cost inkable card. It has 7 strength and costs 2 to move anyone there. Treasure Trove. So while you have 3 or more items in play, this location gets +2 lore. So definitely, you know, Sapphire item deck. Super cool. And then also this card, which just looks awesome. This Ariel, she just looks awesome. She has a different scepter in this one than in the other one, because this is a seashell, and in the other one she's got this weird snake thing. So she has 2. That's kind of cool. There is a new Moana card, and it is Heihei swallowing a rock because he is dumb. Heihei, who is voiced by Alan Tudyk, who is a Juilliard trained actor, which I find hilarious. So this is Heihei, Clumsy Rooster. He is a 3 cost inkable card, 2 strength, 3 willpower. He quests for 2. And his text says, then we'll fatten you up, which is what Maui tries to do. And he's like, boat snack. And he tries to like put a bunch of seeds down and put Heihei right next to him. And then Heihei just pecks not at the seeds at all. And then Maui like scoots him. So he's like actually pecking at the seeds, and then he's not even eating them. He's just like woodpeckering the boat. So when you play this character and at least one opposing player has more cards in their inkwell than you, you may place the top card of your deck in your inkwell face down and exerted. So maybe good for if you're playing like a ramp deck. You can also ramp. Interesting card. I also do like that in this new set. A lot of the cards are like, seem like more towards multiplayer, probably because of like the Ursula co-op game, but also like maybe we'll get together with some friends and actually play multiplayer. We need to make some more Lorcana friends. All right, and there is new Treasure Planet card. So there is this John Silver. It is John Silver, Terror of the Empire. He is an 8 cost inkable card. He is a Dreamborn alien captain pirate villain. 8 strength, 8 willpower, super strong, quest for 3. His flavor text says there are strange things on the edges of the map, sea witches, entangled glimmers, and so on. I'll stay with my ship, thank you very much. That's kind of cool. So definitely talking about Ursula, and I don't know what these entangled glimmers are. Maybe that's like to do with the mixed ink. I don't know. I'm very excited for set 4. I think it's going to be very interesting and spectacular. All right, next Treasure Planet card is this RLS Legacy Cannon. 3 cost, not inkable item, Baboom, which is also a card in steel. So exert this, pay 2 ink, discard a card, deal 2 damage to chosen character or a location. This is kind of cool because you can Baboom on every turn, basically, without having Baboom in your hand. However, you do have to discard a card, so kind of expensive. And the flavor text is, so help me, I'll use this ship. So help me, I'll use this ship's cannons to blast y'all to kingdom come. John Silver. There were also 2 kind of, I think, just Lorcana cards, not really from any franchise. So there's this Hidden Ink Caster, which is what I think Ariel is holding. It's a 2 cost, not inkable item, and it is fresh ink. When you play this item, draw a card. So that's good. Unexpected treasures. All cards in your hand count as having, like, being inkable. So that is very cool. So it's like it lets you ink non-inkable cards. I definitely want to play this. I was thinking about switching to a different ink combo for set 4, like maybe Ruby, Sapphire, but the Emerald cards are just awesome. And then the flavor text says, it looks like it's been here forever, from Flounder. I wonder if they're going to make like a Lorcana movie with all the lore of like the glimmers and the ink and Ursula. Maybe that's what the co-op game is. But that'd be cool if they made a movie or like a video game. And then there was also this Vitasphere, so 1 cost inkable item, extract of ruby. It costs 1 ink. You banish this item. Chosen character gains rush and gets +2 attack. So, you know, ruby's all about rushing and attacking. So essentially, I think this card costs 2 ink. 1 ink to play it and then 1 ink to banish it. And that is all the cards so far for set 4. There's been so many. I think there's still so many to be released. So stay tuned. I'm so excited. Our plans for set 4 is we signed up for a set 4 release event where you play with a starter deck. And then I think you can upgrade your starter deck with booster packs each round. And at the end, you can buy like a booster box for a little bit cheaper than MSRP. I also pre-ordered a case of set 4 booster packs. So those will definitely be an unboxing video. And I'm very excited. I'm just so excited to open cards where every single card is like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that? So that is it for this update. I will keep making these as long as they keep releasing them up until all of them are released. And then we'll probably move to more unboxing videos and hope to get more Enchanted. That's the goal. Today I did open up a Belle Enchanted. So that's pretty cool. I found some Chapter 1 booster boxes at a local game shop. And as always, keep shuffling. Hopefully you don't end up with a handful of non-inkables like me. Also, check out our TCG store and other videos on this YouTube channel. Like, subscribe. I'm trying out some different content. I don't know, a little bit of everything, just things that I like. And so let me know in the comments what stuff you like and want to see more of. All right, bye.